Welcome to Impact Makers. My name is Kathy Callahan. I am the creator of the Purpose Creator Action Taker University, which houses a lot of our trainings, including our flagship program, Impact Makers. So first things first, you're in this group because you're an impact maker, and we have a welcome guide. So it is pinned in the welcome post, or it will be pinned in the welcome post. I'm going to take you through being a brand new student, or if you're not new and you need a refresher, this will be really great for you as well. So you can print this guide. I'm actually going to show you where our resources are housed so that you can jump in, and if you like PDFs, you can access it. So welcome to Impact Makers, and here is your little welcome from me. We're so excited that you've joined us, and we look forward to watching you grow your business. So this workbook, this basic welcome guide, contains the main links to get you started and so much more. So keep it handy. As updates are necessary, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know there's a new version out. So this was created so you guys can learn how to do parties and groups, but also so that you can expand outside of the basic party strategy into more advanced marketing skills, automation, attraction marketing. And this is a course that's used by a lot of network marketers, some course creators, anyone in the online space looking to leverage social. I do love Facebook the most, but you can apply this to any platforms. So you're going to learn to create a community of people who are engaged and want to help you grow your group. Would you like that? And on top of this, this is about creating a full group funneling system. So we're going to mainly teach you the focus area in the building stage is to have a Facebook group that's interactive, that's engaging, that you present consistently your offer, right? But that you also learn to bring value, and we'll teach you how on social, how to bring in leads into your sales funnel. So welcome. I'm excited to have you. Once you've accomplished this, you will have people wanting to buy your products, join your team, and you'll have a system that you can mass duplicate. So you'll see what the stages are inside of Impact pretty soon here, but there's 5 getting started steps. So number 1, make sure you're inside of the private Facebook group. It's linked in this guide here, and it's called Impact Makers Coaching Program with Kathy and Co. We'll tag you in the welcome post. Turn on all notifications. I mean, Facebook is weird. You can do that if you want to, or just continue to come back to the group often. Step 2, you will have an assigned advisor. And if she hasn't reached out to you yet, if you're a new student, she will be reaching out. If you are an existing student who's re-onboarding and you need to attend a new onboarding call, just let the advisor know. And if you're not sure who your advisor is, let us know. So this will help you go through all the information you need to thrive in our program. This video will also help you with some of that, but your assigned advisor will be able to Zoom face-to-face with you and answer any questions you have. We will have our schedule posted in the Facebook group up in the events section, and we also have our call schedule on a Google Calendar, which you will have links to in your back office. Replays of most of the calls are available, not all, and we'll go through that. Step 3 is make sure you know how to log into the membership site. Okay, so within 30 minutes after a purchase for a new student, you should have access, including an email with your username and password. If the email doesn't come, just reach out to support@pcatu.com. And we'll talk about the 2 different ways you can access your training through PCATU. Step 4 is to print the workbook that we'll be doing in phase 1. This is the GPS to Success workbook. It will be a working document, which means I'll only be showing you portions of it depending on what phase you're on, and you're going to be building out your GPS to Success complete program in the 3 phases of Impact. So we want to ensure you can also access the Boards app, because all the printed materials are actually uploaded to the Boards app. That allows me to very easily get them in your hands, very easily make updates, and very easy for you to import and use. So I'm going to show you that in a second here. Step 5 is we want you to schedule the time. So schedule an hour a week of training and an hour a week of Zoom calls with your advisor or with me for coaching time, or any of our other coaches, teachers, and trainers. Minimal 2 hours a week, right? If you have more time, you can move more quickly through the program, and that will allow you to max out the time that you are showing up on coaching calls. Taking action on what you learn is key to finding success in this program. So you want to learn something and implement something, learn something and implement something. Okay. You can get the call schedule in the group, but I'm also going to go through that on this training here. So we have 3 phases to our program. We're going to start with the success foundations, and there's 4 stages in each phase. Then we're going to go into systems to scale. And phase 3 will be about sales and duplication. And phase 3 will take most of the time. I mean, phase 3 is going to be your consistent process: how to sell, how to get in front of people, how to create conversations, how to recruit, how to duplicate. So some of the beginning phases you may stay in longer, you may move through more quickly, but no, especially in phase 3, this is basically where we're at for the rest of our business. We might need to go back and revisit phase 1 and 2, but that is how it's set up. Okay. Okay. A little bit about me. If you don't know me yet, I'm not even going to read what this says. I'm just going to tell you real quick. I'm a Midwest mom who lives in Southern Illinois. My background is school teaching. I taught kindergarten, and I did that for 6 years until I had my first baby and something changed. I just found myself wanting something different. I ended up being introduced to network marketing at a home party at the end of 2006. I didn't think it would be a fit for me, but I heard the story of the girl who was succeeding, and I was like, gosh, if I could have those results, I'll do whatever she tells me to do. So I jumped in scared, and 6 months from the time I started, I was able to replace my teaching income and resign from teaching instead of re-sign my teaching contract. Over the next 2006 to 2012, I actively worked my network marketing business pre-social media. I went to the top 2% of the company, earning the trips, the jewels, the car, endless friendships. It was an incredible journey. And end of 2012, my mother passed away, and I inherited a family business, and nobody else in my family wanted anything to do with it. My dad didn't, my sister didn't, and my brothers didn't. And at that point, it was in kind of a bad way. We had moved from mass profit into debt. There were back payroll taxes. I decided to take over the business for a short time just to kind of get everything back in place. Initially, I thought 6 months to keep the clients served and the employees paid and make up for some of the debts. So I took out a personal loan. And as me and the girl who was left in the office started doing what we were doing, I thought, you know what, I think I can apply everything I learned in network marketing and do this business differently. And I said I would do it for 3 to 5 years. At the 4.5-year mark, I was able to sell that business for $750,000, which is freaking crazy to me, because I had to take out $11,000 loan to even be able to keep that business afloat. I don't think I've ever shared that number, by the way. So it was a huge blessing to my family. It was a huge, huge life journey, but it taught me a lot about business. I knew my network marketing background. Now I had a family home care agency that was a brick and mortar building. I had grown it from 12 clients and 17 employees. By the time I sold it, it was over 40 clients and 75 employees. And it was a successful, thriving business. I set it up for success. I put policies and systems in place so that someone could take over. So coming back to network marketing 2019, I actually took about 1.5 years off after I sold the home care agency, because by that time I had 2 more babies. So now I'm a mom of 3 biological boys, 1 bonus boy. Currently their ages 5, 7, 17, and 18. And I knew that network marketing was incredible. I knew that it allowed me to create my schedule. I could work as hard as I want. There was a reason why I left teaching for it. And when I ran the family home care agency, I was making a lot of money after a couple years. I made no money. And then I was like, but it's not my calling. So part of what I'm going to teach you inside of Impact is really what brings you joy. What is really that you're called to do? Not where could you make money, because you could go make money doing a lot of things. Why do you want to grow a business? So that will be a big part of phase 1, stage 1. So I started back in 2019 doing network marketing, came back to the company I had been with, and decided to do it differently. And I started doing virtual parties online. Within about 13, 14 months of doing that, people started reaching out, asking how to do that, because now it was 2020 and the pandemic had hit. I started teaching and training network marketers how to do virtual parties, and slowly grew the program you're inside of now. Okay, so now I am a coach, an active network marketer. I have multiple brands, and I get to be home with my babies. And I also get to send them away whenever it's time for me, right? And have that freedom to not have the guilt around being a working mom, but have the choices I want. So meet the team. Carla is our advisor inside of the program, and we have some team ambassadors and other faces behind the scenes that are not pictured here. Jacinda Bell often fills in for coaching when I need to coach. She is also my right-hand woman when it comes to kind of helping our ambassador team with our automations and our systems. Sarah Brown in the bottom left is one of our virtual party coaches. So you'll hear her on some of the coaching calls. And Amy Rossi leads our Power Hour Zooms. These are incredible women for you to learn from alongside me. Membership site. Now, you should have access two ways to the membership site. If you need a refresher, you can go to our website, www.pcatu.com anytime. And when you get here, you'll see at the top, it just says student login, okay? If you want to just jump to that page, you can go to pcatu.com/login, but you can also access your training through the Kajabi app, and you may not know that. It's really great for on the go at your fingertips training. You simply download the Kajabi app and it's spelled right there in your workbook, and it syncs with wherever you're at in the trainings on the computer, okay? Our community. So you definitely want to engage in the community. This is where live trainings will pop up. This is where our coaching sessions that are on Zoom will also be streamed over to the group. You can watch replays in the group. Some of the Zooms, that would be 2 advisory calls a week, are not recorded. The reason why those are not recorded is those are smaller office hours with your advisor for accountability. Sometimes there's sensitive conversations, sometimes there's kids in the video, but if there's ever anything that you guys discuss on those calls that you would like the replay of, ask your advisor if that's possible. We also have a personal development call, which you'll be hearing about. I am part of the Maxwell leadership team now, a certified team member, and providing those courses and classes is something I have access to, but the rule is we cannot record those. So the regular coaching call, the party calls, Amy's Power Hour Zooms, those are streamed live into the group. So ask any questions you need in the group at any time. This little picture here, up in the pinned section, the featured section, there is a post where you can drop questions for me. I will answer those on our Tuesday weekly coaching calls if I don't answer them before that. And I do answer them whether you are live with us or not, okay? And to make the most of this, hop in the group once a day, brainstorm problems, network with our community, and get help from the team. Interact and engage, okay? So we welcome you to Impact Makers. That's kind of a basics. Your advisor will be going through a live onboarding time with you to answer your questions. Before I move into your next section, which is actually phase 1, stage 1, I want to just quickly show you some of our resources, okay? So I mentioned the Boards app. This is a key resource for you. So you will have access to the link. So once you're given the Boards link, which is right inside of your PCATU back office training, you simply click on the link. And if you're not yet a Boards member, it will have you create a free account. If you're already a Boards member, you simply log in. Once you log in, you will see all the boards that you have access to. Now, some of them might be boards that you created, that you received from someone else, or you might not have ever used boards before, in which case over here on the left, you'll only see Impact Makers, okay? Now you can access this on your phone, which is super incredible, especially for things like scripts and graphics you want to copy and paste into any messenger, text, or Facebook, Instagram post. You can set it up as a keyboard on your phone, and that makes it super, super simple. Or you can just access it as a resource library and go to the app or come over here to the site. Now this will be getting cleaned up. So I want you to focus on Impact Makers version 2. Currently, we're only in phase 1, stage 1 at the time of this video. So that's all I have uploaded. I have uploaded this exact welcome pack that you're looking at, or we just looked at together. And I've uploaded what we're going to go through next. As we build out all of the stages in the new version of the program, you're going to see continued add-ons inside of version 2. What else is in here? A whole lot of stuff. My job is to clean this up for you guys. But as we kind of talk about stuff on coaching calls, and I'm like, oh, I have that, I can give you that, I upload it to the Boards app. So I might refer you to certain things that are in the app. You don't have to feel like you've got to go through all of this. That's why we have our phases and stages for you here. Any questions you can bring to your advisory calls or group coaching calls. You will also be introduced to a Slack channel. If this is super new for you, don't worry. Your advisor will go through this with you. But Slack is a great way to get us outside of the Facebook Messenger and into a more professional way of communicating. We organize it by something called channels, and it is an app or a website. Okay, so it is different to kind of train yourself to go over there to get messages, but it will keep us out of your group, out of your Facebook Messenger, because I know especially as online marketers, we have a lot of messages over there, and this will keep you focused. This is a great place to drop questions, although you definitely can do that in the group as well. But I monitor Slack. I don't monitor the group unless you post it on my group thread. So the community kind of engages in that group. I'll be in there in and out as well. Okay, so that is the end of my welcome to impact section.